Welcome to Haiti, home to about 10 million people. Carrying their culture and facing no challenges, more than 3 million Haitians have immigrated from their country. Their primary destinations are US, France, Canada, other Caribbean islands in the Dominican Republic, where nearly 1 million Haitians currently reside. Haiti and the Dominican Republic shared an island in the Caribbean. Amongst Dominicans and many other Latinos, Haitians are often referred to as Haitiano, because the term Haitiano sometimes carries a negative connotation. To me, it represents diversity and struggle that Haitian immigrants face. In 1980, due to the Duvalier dictatorship, Haitian immigrants began arriving in the U.S. in large numbers. Presently, there are over 1 million of Haitian descent in the U.S., over half of which lived in New York and Florida. Mardoche Isidore is a successful Haitian immigrant. He immigrated first to the Dominican Republic and then to the U.S. He overcame great obstacles and became a doctor in both countries, and now he is studying at one of the world's leading universities, Harvard.
I always dreamed big, but that doesn't mean I had all the necessary tools to fulfill my dreams. I remember the reason why I went to the Dominican Republic and not start my pre-med and med school here is because I was denied my visa in Haiti the first time I ever went to, even though I had all my paperwork ready, but they said there is something that was missing. And I decided, okay, I went into the Dominican Republic, I did, and then I came here, and here I am.
As with Dr. Isidore's story of triumph, this voodoo priestess also did not give up trying to reach a new land of hope. She risked her life and barely lived to tell her tale.
I got here when I was 16 years old. As I said, I spent about 11 days at sea. That boat was very small. I cannot tell you exactly how small it is, but we were about 99 people inside the boat. We spent about 5 days without eating anything or drink anything. And I was 16 then. I learned how to survive with what I had, with what I came with myself, which is my culture, my spirits, and my ancestors. That's how I survive. It's a long journey, but I can't say I made it 100%, but from where I come from and where I am today, it is a success.
Voodoo is an important focus of religious life for many Haitians. It blends elements of Catholicism with diverse African beliefs. It appears in Haitian art, music, and social customs among Haitians here in Little Haiti, Miami. After bringing a piece of Haiti with them and making great sacrifices to escape extreme poverty, seeking opportunities and safety, new obstacles, discrimination, bias, and double standards await Haitian immigrant. And that is why this immigrant is devoted to help her Haitian community in need.
Here, we don't only provide services at the center, we also organize, we fight for people's rights, for immigrants' rights.
Ms. Mustaine says that the racism they face is the worst of all. She advocates for refugees, equal rights in detention centers for illegal Haitians, and for permanent visas for Haitian families.
Yet we are treated worse than anybody else. The doors have been kept closed and shut in our face each time. We've been fighting for the Haitian Family Reunification Power Program for over a year now. It's been approved twice in a row, 2 years in a row for Cubans. And yet, even though Haiti is 10 times worse than Cuba, the Obama administration is still refusing to approve the Haitian Family Reunification Programs, where family members who have been waiting for 10 years to come here to join their loved ones here, they are unable to do so.
This activist is sure that Haitians are not a burden to any nation. According to the U.S. Census, Haitian immigrants are less likely to live in poverty than other immigrant groups. But even with so many barriers, nearly half of Haitian immigrants have some college education.
I always thought that I was going to be a physician. I always wanted to study in the United States and train in the United States. I didn't really dream of Harvard, but it's very easy to feel that I came from a rich family. Even when I went to the Dominican Republic, all my friends, including professors, they all thought that I had come from a rich family. But the reality was very different.
After a disastrous earthquake of January 12, 2010, Haitian immigration has continued to grow drastically. The earthquake left more than 300,000 dead and 1 million homeless.
When you think you're on the...
But in the heart of the necessity and adversity, these three Haitian immigrants agree that an optimistic spirit is integral for Haitianos to make changes. The best step forward for Haitians everywhere is within themselves.
Need to understand that they are the only ones who can change the face of Haiti, and they need to do it. They need to do it because no one, the US, Canada, England, all these countries that fought over the years, control Haiti, they cannot change Haiti. The Haitian people can. And it can become the pearl of the Antilles, the rich colony that it was once. It can, and it will. It will.
You must learn to smile.
I'm a good example of somebody who came far away, but who can realize one dream if you really mean it and you work hard for it. There'll be a lot of obstacles, but if you try to see those obstacles as possibilities, I think that's the key. You persevere and you make it.
If you can mix those two together, fear and hope, it is something that you cannot imagine. Every second you are living, you're living the fear of being out there, of not knowing what can happen next. But yet you have hope and you have faith that you're gonna make it.
You know, love is the key. Nous connaissons bien grand goût ak misère pas douce. Ça qui yo, mettre main ensemble, mettre tête ensemble, pour aller de la caille. Yo la que nous toutes na homeless, hunger and sickness. Ma pandé, son bon jour n'a pas ouais justice so. Homeless, hunger and sickness. Ma pandé, son bon jour n'a pas ouais justice so. An volé ou fout nous tout nan blackout. Et l'horloge nous ak yon ti monnaie, yon ban fatra.